Hi guys, welcome. Today I want to talk about social media and how we really need to decrease our intake. So first, I'm going to talk about why we should decrease our social media intake. Now this may sound weird coming from someone who is on YouTube, but I feel so strongly about this that I don't care. I think we all need a break sometimes and we don't know how. So I'm gonna first go through why and then I'm gonna go through how. So the first reason why we should get off social media is because it's literally designed to keep us trapped, to keep us going down a rabbit hole ongoing. It is designed that way. People were paid money so they could figure out a way to hook us, to addict us. Go watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix if you don't believe me, because the designers are saying, yeah, this is what it is, and I don't even go on social media because it's ridiculous. The second reason why we need to get off social media, decrease our intake, is because it is not real connection. You may be, throwing comments on this person or commenting on this one. That's not real. That's not a real relationship. That is not real connection. And people often go to social media for that need, and they're not getting it, and they don't understand why. They still feel like crap. It's because it's not real. Third reason why we need to get off social media is because it's a big, fat distraction of what we are actually needing to feel, needing to deal with. We get on social media, we scroll, and we numb instead of actually thinking and feeling and getting through things. Instead we just shut it down and scroll. And if you're thinking that's a good thing, you are very wrong, which is why we have so much depression, anxiety than ever before. Okay, so distracting from feelings is not healthy. It is not good for you, no matter what that little voice is telling you. All right, the fourth reason why we should get off of social media, it is because it's distracting us from living life. Sometimes you get so caught up in the perfect picture to take for Instagram or whatever, and you're actually not in the moment, not actually experiencing things. Or you're so worried about what you could post or what you should post or what other people are posting, you're not living. It's just all fake. None of it is real. Which brings me to my fifth reason why we all need to get off of social media is because you compare yourself to others. You compare your life to another person's fake life, which causes more depression, which causes more anxiety. Literally, guys, the phone in your hand is causing it all. Now, I'm not saying that people before technology didn't have depression or anxiety, but it wasn't as many and it wasn't as bad because people had time to think. People had time to use their brains. Now we're just all too distracted and we can't, find our way through the mud, and we just tune it out, distract, and then everything gets worse. Sixth reason why you should get off of social media. It causes you to be single-minded. Again, it's designed to feed you stories and conversations that are what you think, what you like. You're never getting the other side of the story. And so you think that everyone perhaps thinks like you and all the crazy people don't, because they just don't get it. Like, you're not getting both sides to any story. You're just getting one side, which makes you single-minded, which makes you hard to get along with, which makes you stubborn, which makes you super annoying. Reason number 7 to get off of social media. Your brain needs to be bored. Because when your brain is bored, then it can create. And when you create, that's, joyful. That's awesome. That's, light bulb moments. But the minute we're bored, social media button. I can't sit here for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I don't want to be in my own head. I don't want to be bored. And so I'm just going to numb myself and scroll. Rather than allowing yourself to be bored, allowing your brain to think through things and saying, hey, I'm bored. What things do I like to do? What could interest me? Oh, having a new interest. That could bring me joy. I hope that made sense. Your brain needs time to just not do anything. We need to allow our brains to think, to create, to be bored. And social media does not do that. All right, I'm trying to bust through these, guys. I know I'm probably missing a lot, and I'm probably missing on the, but this, well, what if that, or this, or whatever. There's plenty of excuses, and there are plenty of reasons to stay on social media, maybe this channel or whatever. There's lots of good stuff out there, but what you're scrolling through, 90% of it's crap. All right, so first, I'm gonna help you find ways to kind of quit social media, to stop being addicted to it. And then I'll go into how to use social media in a more productive way. First thing on how to quit, literally stop using it for at least a week. At least a week. And I don't want to lose you, which is why I'm not saying more than a week, but just stop using it. And I want you then to notice when you go to it. Because most of the time, it's because of habit. You're in this habit to just push the button. So you need to realize, what are my triggers? Is it boredom? Is it I'm sad, or I want to hang out with friends? You need to pinpoint the trigger so that you don't keep going back to the social media button when that trigger happens. Because our triggers, they are always going to be there. There's no getting rid of the triggers. You are always going to have moments when you're bored. You're always going to have moments when you want to connect with someone. You're always going to have moments when you're sad and want to find something, funny online or whatever, okay? So find out why you push the button. And then when those moments happen, put something in place of it. It's a habit loop that I talk about often. All right, when you're bored, instead of pushing the social media app, do something else. Go to your Libby app and read a book, or go play the piano, or go sing a song. Do something else, okay? Fill that routine with something better. And you will notice a difference in a week. I promise you that. Because I'm not talking about the downtime moments where you just need to kind of decompress. I understand there are evenings like that where you just need to chill and maybe numb a little bit. But I'm talking about every little moment that you are filling with social media because you're bored just for a few moments, or whatever, just for a few moments. Those are the triggers that I want you to notice the most, okay? All right, number 2 on how to quit. So you're gonna stop this for a week, and you're gonna have moments where you're like, I don't know what to do. And that's what's scary, and that is what is beautiful about this, because you're going to allow your mind to be bored, and in that boredom comes light bulb moments where you're like, I have a cool idea. Now I could probably try it. Now I could probably do it. This is the time to start a hobby, to start improving yourself, to just do the thing that you always wanted to do but never had enough time to do it. I mean, a lot of the times we don't do things that interest us because we think it's going to take hours and hours of our time. Whereas if we spend 10 to 20 minutes on it, that's kind of all you need to start yourself, to get things moving and going. All right, so use these pockets of time instead of scrolling to do something better, to better yourself, to fill your joy bucket. The third step on how to quit, after you literally cut it out, let your mind be bored, have that scary moment, make a goal. Because now, you let your mind be bored, and so now you've got things rolling and like, ooh, this interests me, this is what I kind of want to do. You make a goal. Instead of letting it float out into the universe and just be like, oh, this is too hard. I'll never be that good. I'll never be good enough, and blah, blah, blah. Inner demon this, inner demon that. Make a goal. Have some steps so that you can be like, oh, sweet, I can do this. I have some videos on making goals too. So if you need some more help with that. All right, the fourth thing to help you quit social media is to understand you are not missing anything. Because right now you might be thinking, oh, I don't want to get off of social media because I'm going to miss this person's post and this person and this person. The 1% of people that actually post great things. And I'm going to tell you, it's worth losing that. And I used to be on I kind of still am on Facebook. I don't actually go on it, but when I used to, there was just this one person. He would post things. I'm like, oh, you're making me understand things a little bit better. And I do miss his posts, but what I'm gaining from being off of it is so much better. So worth it. So just understand that you are not missing anything. Like if you went back to my Motivational Monday video, like the world is recording crap. Like there's nothing that good out there that's worth scrolling through the junk. And if you're afraid, well, I will never talk to this person if we're not on social media. Remember, again, it's not real connection. And two, there is still texting and calling and saying, hey, you want to meet face to face? All right, I promise you're not losing them. There are still ways to communicate. So we just went through why we need to get off social media super duper fast and how to get off social media super duper fast. Now I'm going to help you understand how to use social media. Because again, it's not all bad, but most of it is. So for me, I love Pinterest. But I'm not addicted to it. And I don't scroll and keep scrolling. I don't get in rabbit holes. And I also love YouTube. And again, I don't scroll and get in rabbit holes. And this is why. Two steps on how to use social media. First, you must get on with purpose. You need to have a reason to be on there. Is it that, oh, I really need to find this friend, find the friend, done. Or for me with Pinterest, I like to have garden ideas, landscaping ideas, quotes that I often use here. I have purpose with it. With YouTube, I use the search bar. Okay, so that's step 2. Use the search bar. Do not scroll. All right, so you have to have a purpose. Why am I on here? What is the reason? And then use the search bar. This is how you use social media. It gets you straight to the point, gets what you need without scrolling through millions of people's junk. I forgot step 3 when it comes to using social media. Enter with caution. Because even though you've entered with purpose and if you use the search bar, if you're not careful, you'll get scrolling again because it's designed that way. All right, so it's gonna catch you sometimes. And you know what, that's okay, as long as it's not, again, all the time, addicted, all that jazz. I literally could talk at least an hour to anyone about this subject because I feel so passionately this is just ruining our mental health, our the whole health, not just mental. It's just ruining things when it was supposed to be for good, and it can be for good if you know how to use it. Now, if you're thinking I'm not doing it because of this, because of this, because of this, there are lots of reasons why we should stay on social media, why it's good. But none of it outweighs all that that's in there. And that was a life lesson with Lindsey. What now, guys? Are you too scared to quit? I understand if you are. Know that there are going to be a million excuses to give to not quit social media. And know that they are just excuses. Your life does not depend on social media. Unless you literally make money from it, which I'm not really talking about that. Just try it. Just to see if it really enriches your life to be on it constantly. Just try it. I dare you. Peace out.